Let's take a look and see who we've got here.
Hi, we're the Wujeks. I'm Tim, my wife Tony. I'm 43 years old and Tony's 40.
Tarzan!
We have 3 children, Alec who's 6, Bryce who's 4, and Carly who's 1. I'm an executive search consultant who travels quite frequently.
I'm a stay-at-home mom. I take care of 3 difficult children. Come here, Alec Vincent. Alec, my oldest. Alec has poor listening skills. No screeching, no screeching. Alec Vincent. No screeching, I said. Alec and Bryce. When both boys are in the house, it's chaos. I have both boys screaming. They don't know how to play together. They don't know how to share.
My word.
Tim doesn't discipline whatsoever.
Let's get a good wrestle.
And that makes me frustrated because I don't have Tim to back me up when I yell and get angry. Bryce, get down right now. Stop it. Right now. Stop. Stop. If you ask the kids, they would choose daddy over mommy anytime because mommy yells all the time and daddy doesn't.
This parenting isn't quite equal.
I'm making 3 different meals every night. One for Tim and I, one for Alec and Bryce, and another one for Carly.
How many meals?
You're gonna break that. Alec and Bryce, whenever they're not watched, the enjoyment for them is throwing toys, and they don't care if they break.
We have like a 60-foot drop. There's toys that survived the balcony drop and toys that didn't. But I find it amusing to find out which toys take the test.
So I wonder why these children get away with everything. Nothing's being taught.
Supernanny, please, I beg you, come to our house. Help us get control of our kids. Pick up the toys now. No, there's no real quick.
Supernanny, if you come, beware of falling objects.
You guys could do with a little help. I'm on my way. Pleased to meet you, Joe.
So nice to meet you, Joe.
Too.
Tony.
Hi, Tony. Pleased to meet you.
Come on in.
Hi, I'm Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Hey, Joe.
And who have we got here? Hi, Alec. Pleased to meet you. I'm Jojo. What's your name? Bryce. Pleased to meet you. And what's your sister's name? Hello, Carly. I know you've got some issues that need to be addressed, and we'll get to the bottom of those. But for today, let's just carry on as normal.
Yeah, we'll show Joe downstairs where all your fun stuff is.
First thing Tony did when I arrived was to show me around the house, and wow.
This is our main playroom.
Wow, look where Jojo is. She's in Santa's workshop. It was unbelievable, so many toys.
So this is one of the playrooms. We have another one up on the 3rd floor.
Is that for the other 6 children?
Yeah. And this is the other playroom. All our stuff is in there with the games, all the paints, all the projects we
Let's
do.
have a look. Let's look at the selection you've got here. So what happens at this time of day now for you?
We would just probably go down to the basement and play.
On the way down to the playroom, I got to see how the boys had fun.
Coming! Look who's coming down! What the? I'm gonna knock your head off.
So, do you look after your toys? How do you treat your toys?
Sometimes they just break, but our dad fixed them.
The boys are so lucky. They've got so many toys. But I wonder if they really appreciate them.
Are we done with snack? Because as soon as we're done, we're going to go down and play in the basement, okay?
At snack time, I got to see exactly who was running things.
Get more marshmallows. Get it there.
All right, let's go downstairs and play.
No, get more now.
I was pretty taken aback at how Bryce was ordering his parents around, but neither Tim or Tony did anything about it.
Alec, you done with your milk? Oh.
Are you done with yours, Alec? Alec, look at me.
The boys are not paying attention when Tony speaks, but Dad's not helping the situation either. And what about the situation we've just seen? Is that common that they just don't listen to you and...
Oh yeah, and they do their own thing. But then I have to clean up the mess after that.
So he'll take the children downstairs and then Am I correct in saying then you're left to deal with that?
Yeah, he gets to be the fun person.
Charge, God!
I don't want to be viewed as a strong disciplinarian when my time might be limited with them. So I want to concentrate and give 100% love and attention, and I'm going to do whatever I'm going to do in order to make that happen.
You miss not being the fun person?
I kind of do. I want to have fun with my kids more than I'm having. I don't want to worry about cleaning up. Tim doesn't worry about that stuff. What he thinks is important is just having fun with the kids, which I think that's important, but there's other things that need to be important as well.
Do you think you're on an equal par with Tim when it comes to parenting?
We're not even level whatsoever. And that's part of our problem. He says, I need to let my guard down, and maybe I do. I don't know how to do it.
Tim's going to have to step up here because it's really obvious Tony's at her breaking point.
Coming up on Supernanny, things get messy at dinner
Not nice. Look at me now.
and mom throws in the towel.
I just want to give up sometimes. I can't compete with you.
When Supernanny returns.
Later on, the kids were playing in the basement.
Whoa.
You know what, sweetie? You might need to move your toys. Thank you.
Keep that pad on the forehead.
Need.
Bryce decided that he wasn't in a sharing mood.
Bryce,
Carly's gonna watch. Watch Carly come down. Watch out.
Bryce, you don't need to grab it.
Look at Carly. Watch out.
Bryce.
Don't.
For all the toys that are in that basement, it was ridiculous that Bryce had a temper tantrum because he wanted to take the little crash mat.
Just listen to me. Look at me right now. Listen. Let go for a second. Let go. It's Carly's turn, you guys.
Carly's turn. Slide it. Carly gets a turn.
There's no need for the boys to invade on Carly's space
You have to take turns, Bryce.
because they've got 101 toys, so why the slides?
You have to wait your turn.
Alec, wait a second.
Watch out.
No
watch
wonder
out.
these kids are running amok. There's just no discipline.
Listen, I need to go up and start dinner. I'll call you when you're ready. 1, 2, 3. Corn.
So what's cooking, Mum?
Salmon for Tim and I. Carly's getting pasta and corn, and I'm still deciding what I'm making for Alec and Bryce. Sometimes they don't eat the same thing. Like Alec will eat hot dogs, Bryce won't. So then I usually do an extra meal. It's very frustrating that my kids won't eat what Tim and I eat. I do get tired of making 2 different meals. It would be nice that they eat what we all eat.
Have you tried giving them other food?
I gave up that battle. When I did do that, it was always a fighting battle.
Tony's really quick to avoid confrontation with the boys, but how can she expect them to try anything when she doesn't suggest it? So, as we say, you've made your bed.
Yeah. Hey, Alec and Bryce, you need to come up, okay? Tim, can you come down to feed Carly? Alec and Bryce, put the toys down and let's go. If you do not start, then no dessert.
Once again, the boys didn't listen to Tony, and I was beginning to see a pattern here. After 10 long minutes of calling everybody for dinner, Dad and the boys finally made it to the table.
Take your silverware and let's sit down and eat. Good job, Alec. Alec, you need to eat some peas. Come on, Alec, I want you to try some. You're not just taking one. Absolutely not. Bryce, 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 you have a fork. We don't use hands. Alec, Alec, you have a fork.
Mealtime? More like playtime.
Not nice, and you're not getting any dessert. Do you hear me?
Eat in a nice way.
Bryce, you know what? Look at me now. Not nice.
Mum was just full of empty threats, and there was just no consequences for the boys' behaviour.
Out.
Hold on, Bryce, wait, just hold on 1 second, because that's a big mess there.
I've seen all that I needed to see. I had a pretty good idea about what I was going to discuss with the parents at the family meeting. You're both dedicated parents, and it is absolutely wonderful to see how you have both embraced the whole family experience. But what I don't see is respect. Your parents and your children should respect you, and it's not happening. Tony, you're nodding away here as I'm talking about respect.
Well, I agree with you 100%. I think that's a big problem in our family. I truly feel our kids don't have respect for us.
Let's talk about not only the respect that I feel needs to be earned, but also I didn't see any discipline yesterday. Let's take the incident downstairs in the basement. Plenty of toys for them to stimulate themselves and to develop their imagination. But yet again, you say to them, please can you get down from there? Carly is playing with this, and yet they refuse because it's not backed up with any consequences. And that is important because it's the part where your children recognise we do have to listen. The respect for their toys. Why do you think they don't respect the toys?
Every time a toy breaks, Daddy fixes it, or we buy him a new one. We've always catered to them.
The message that the child gets is that every time I behave this way and the impact is broken toys, it doesn't matter. So it's not the toy, but it's the behaviour that needs to be addressed. What I also noticed was a feeling of unequal parenting. And there was circumstances where I clearly saw mum implement with the children what she would like them to do, and actually they paid no respect to what she had to say. And then there was a distraction where you took over, Tim, and what that does is undermine what mum is trying to do with the children at the time when she has them throughout the day.
I disagree with you because it only happens during lunchtime. I don't typically go down and intervene.
Tony, this is your opportunity to be able to get off your chest what I know you have been holding back.
Okay, I will. I get frustrated with you when you come down when you're working upstairs and you play with them for a few minutes and then you just go upstairs and I'm left with your mess.
Talk about the impact that has on you.
It's just tough.
Yeah. And it wears you out.
It's not the wearing out, it's just that you feel non-appreciated. And I feel like I'm the disciplinarian. They view me as the mean person, and they want nothing to do with me. My kids don't even want me to read them to bed at night. I would like to have fun with my kids like he does, but somebody has to clean up the mess and take that responsibility. And so it's always me. I just want to give up sometimes. I can't compete with you. And I don't want to anymore.
You shouldn't have to compete. You should be on an equal par. Do you both want to be raising children that way?
No.
It's a simple answer, no.
So what I want to do is to be able to bridge the gap between the pair of you.
I thought Joe's observation in regard to Tony and the kids and me supporting those efforts, totally concur. Look forward to hearing ways by which we could change our behaviors.
I was a little emotional, but it was a good emotional. I was very excited to start.
You guys up and ready for it?
100%.
Brilliant. Okay, let's do it then.
Coming up on Supernanny,
Choose 10 toys each
Joe's all business in the playroom.
because all the rest were taken away.
When Supernanny returns.
The first thing I decided to do when I came back to the Wujek house is to sit them down and have a family meeting. Bryce and Alec have never been given any expectations, and that's what Tony and Tim are going to have to do if they want to make some changes.
We're having a little family meeting. We want to set some rules.
Examples.
Yeah, good example. So listen to what Mommy and Daddy say when we tell you, and then also to do the things that you know are right from wrong.
No throwing toys. We don't throw. How about no hitting each other?
The boys listen to their father, but they don't listen to their mother. And Tony needs as much respect as Tim.
When Mommy says something, let's be supportive of it, and that's her word counts, okay? Got it? Bryce? Okay. Go team!
The family meeting went really well, but Tony and Tim still need a technique for discipline. So I'm going to introduce them to the naughty step. Consistency and the fact that the pair of you will now use the same technique will show these children that you
We're
both...
serious. And
Yes,
yeah,
but that you're
absolutely.
both equal.
Right.
So that you're supporting mum and Mum supporting you?
My biggest concern is getting myself confident enough to use it.
Okay, boys, listen very carefully. This is called the appreciation technique. Tony and Tim have overindulged their children with toys, and because of that, they don't value them at all. So I wanted to teach the children value and respect for their own belongings. Alec and Bryce, I want you to both look at all of your toys, and I want you to choose 10 toys each to place into your box, because all the rest were taken away. Tony and Tim were quite shocked.
We're gonna be taken away.
We're taking away all the other toys and we're going to place them somewhere safe. And when you show Mummy and Daddy that you can play nicely with your toys, then Mummy and Daddy will every now and then give you 2 more toys back. If you throw the toys that are in your box or hurt one another, they're going to be taken away and placed into this green one. And then you'll only be left with 9.
When Joe said they had to pick out 10 toys each, I was nervous and scared because I thought, what are they going to do now?
Who is going to choose 10 toys for their toy box? Right, go.
It was funny to watch Bryce. He was just picking an odd amount of toys, whereas Alec put a lot of thought into it.
I'm taking my time looking.
You take your time, Alec. Good job. Bryce isn't quite at that level.
Okay, let's come over and have a look. You have 10. Do you want to exchange any of them? You sure?
I'm sure.
All right, okay. You put these into your box then. I think Tony was pleasantly surprised to see that Bryce and Alec handled it so well and picked out their 10 toys to play with. Give me 5. Proud of you. And now what's going to happen is all the other toys are going to be taken away.
Tony was feeling that the kids would react violently to see their toys go away, and clearly it wasn't the case.
Take care of that. These boys don't listen to Tony, so it was time for me to speak to Tony about the tone of her voice. See, what you do is you yell, and they still don't listen to you, and then you shout. You need to be able to just instill it and expect them to do so because you're going to use your warning and your tone of voice. And when they don't listen, you then adopt that low-toned, authoritative voice. It's about asking them to do something, them listening to you, and you exercising discipline if necessary because they've not listened.
You know they don't listen the first time.
If you turn around and you said to your boys, who would like a big chocolate piece of cake? Do you think they'd hear you straight away? But look at Alex's face now. What was I talking about with your tongue sticking out?
Chocolate cake.
Oh, they hear. They just choose not to.
Bryce, do you want...
Shortly after our conversation, Bryce and Alec put Tony to the test.
No running around, put the popsicles in the garbage. Alec and Bryce.
Mum was asking the boys to throw away their popsicle wrappers, but yet again, they didn't listen.
Right now, come over here, right now. I got very frustrated. I did yell. Bryce!
Listen, don't shout. If you do not come over here right now and listen to me, you'll be going straight into a naughty area.
If you do not come here right now, both of you will be going into the naughty area. Go put it in the garbage right now, please.
I was pleased to see that the boys started to listen to Mum once she lowered her voice. It wasn't perfect, but it was a good first step. But I'm trying to get you to exercise your authority here.
When she instructed me on how to take control of the situation, it helped me feel more confident.
Coming up on Supernanny.
I've never given him broccoli.
There's a new item on the menu.
Here we go.
It's gonna be an interesting evening.
I don't like broccoli.
But are the customers biting? When Supernanny returns. But first, a tip from Supernanny.
Parents, are you overwhelmed by too many toys in the house? Then this might help. Rotate some toys and place them into a storage container for a month. After that month, get them out. I'm telling you, you'll be surprised at how happy your children will be at rediscovering their old toys again.
Hello.
Hi, how are you boys? Good. I see you playing with your toys from your box. That basement was barren. I mean, it really was barren. But I feel justified in using this technique with the family because of the way the boys used to smash up their toys and have no respect for them. Because all of the children have a lot of toys, they tend to spend just a few minutes and think, oh, well, I'm bored with that one, I'll move on to the next one. And what you want to be able to do is to try and get the boys to focus and rediscover this toy every time they played with it.
Okay.
It looks to me like Bryce and Alec are enjoying their toys more than when they had hundreds to play with. Who is ready for some fun? I wanted to add value to Bryce and Alec's playtime. So I wanted to use a creative way with their toys to make sure that they work together and communicate. Remember, the one who's wearing the blindfold cannot move unless they listen to the person who's speaking. It's about working together, using your skills to listen, to communicate correctly, and being able to trust your partner, which in this case is your brother, because one of you's blindfolded.
Slide down the slide. Walk around the chair. No, stop. Go backwards.
Good listening, Bryce. Good listening.
Big step over.
I really enjoyed seeing them work together as a team. Something I hadn't seen in a long time. You're almost done, sweetie. You're almost done.
Woo!
Yay! Give me 5, Bryce. Good job.
Yeah, Bryce, give me 5. Woo! Cool, Alec.
Alec, very good description.
Using the skills of listening, taking direction, and coordinating together, working together.
Right.
Just look at this.
It instills a matter of teamwork.
Above.
It's a kind of a calming factor where they have to listen to one another.
Go backwards, then pull in.
Good job, Alec.
Well done.
Excellent job.
Yay! Good job, Alec.
Was that fun? The obstacle course was by far something I found the most eye-opening. I wish I had the idea myself.
Give it to a 5. That was so cool. Look at you working together.
We do it again.
Yeah, was it fun? When it came to mealtime, I introduced the dinner time technique, and I told Tony she was only going to make 1 meal tonight. What are you having tonight?
Chicken and broccoli.
So that's what you guys are having tonight.
And Alec and Bryce.
Well, Alec normally doesn't eat vegetables whatsoever. I've never given him broccoli.
It was ridiculous that Tony makes 2 wasted meals a night, so I wanted to expose her to some new foods. So the key is, it's encouragement at the table. It's letting them try a little bit of what you've placed on the plate.
Tonight, Joe said that I was only going to make 1 meal, and we were all going to sit down and eat it. I was very excited, but also a little nervous.
Here we go.
It's gonna be an interesting evening. Okay, come on, you guys.
Hold on, I'm gonna put it away.
Spoon, please. Let's talk
I don't like broccoli.
Alec, I want you to at least take 1 bite, and I don't want you to spit it out. I want you to swallow it, and I want you to try it. Is it gonna go in the mouth, Alec? I want to see it.
Mum was very upbeat and encouraging, and the children were very receptive.
Oh my gosh.
That is so cool. It's
Excellent.
fantastic.
Let me feel that muscle.
What? Did you see that?
I saw it. Good job, Bryce.
Did you eat another one? No way. You ate another
I
broccoli?
can't believe this. Amazing. They look like mini trees, right?
Alec said that he never liked broccoli, and he ate broccoli, so shame on me for not pushing it more, because clearly he ate broccoli and more.
You did an excellent job, Alec. I'm very proud of you. Are you shorts in your tummy?
Yeah. More.
Good job.
And the children loved it. Look like you, Mum and Dad, look. Eating
I
grown-up
took every
food. They were getting this positive attention, and they were like, look at me, I can do it again.
I'm gonna eat more.
Oh my word, I am absolutely loving this. And Tim and Tony were absolutely gobsmacked.
Alec and Bryce were more receptive than I could have imagined. It was neat to see them both gobble their meals down.
Right, I'm off home now, and I'm going to leave you guys to implement the techniques that I've taught you guys. Okay?
I'm a little concerned. We're definitely going to be put to the test when she leaves.
All right, boys, let me see you sharing, okay?
Okay, let's say goodbye. Say bye-bye, Joe.
Tony, remember, compromise between the pair of you, okay? Follow through with the discipline, encouragement.
Okay.
Okay?
I will
All
do
right
it.
then.
Thank
and
you.
I will see you in a while.
Bye.
All
Nice
right,
seeing
take
you.
care. Yeah. Take care.
Thank you
See you
so much.
soon. Be strong, all right?
I will.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Safe travels.
Thank you. While I'm away, let's hope that Tony and Tim work together. And the boys, they start listening to their mother.
Coming up on Supernanny. With Joe gone,
Just sit down. I urge you to sit there.
Dad ends up on his own naughty step. And at dinner time,
You didn't even try the broccoli or the rice.
Mom loses her cool
In your mouth, all of it. Just stick it in your mouth and eat it.
when Supernanny returns. But first, a tip from Supernanny.
Parents, do you feel like a clown juggling between preparing meals and looking after little ones? If so, here's a tip for you. Find a cupboard, fill it up with plastic cups and bowls so that your children can play and occupy themselves while you get dinner on the go. Now that I've left the Wujeks, well, let's just see how they get on.
You guys can help me make pretzels.
All of it?
Pour it in, all of it. Pour it in.
So nice to see you spending time with the boys.
Good job, keep it up.
How can I be the mixer?
Give them a couple more minutes and then it'll be your turn, Bryce.
Tony, this is great. You're so relaxed.
Bryce's turn. You break the rest of those pretzels. There's 3 more left.
All right, that looked like fun.
All right, let Mommy do the rest of the mixing now and we're done. And then we can go downstairs and go do something. Alec, why don't you do me a favor? Get 1 small fork out, and this is 1, and then get 2 big forks for Mommy and Daddy. I asked you no, I said no to using those.
I want to.
You don't need a knife. You know what? We don't even need a spoon. All I asked was please get 2 small forks and 2 big forks.
Hold on, I need
All right, I'm gonna, you know what, you guys, this is my last time I'm gonna say it.
Mum, you already gave him a warning. Why are you negotiating?
What if we do a sorting game? Who could sort the colors?
Sorting game? Dad, what are you doing? Mum just said put those away.
Sort them into the bag, please.
1 fork, 1 knife, 1 spoon. Let's go fork, knife, spoon. Do you have it all? 1 fork, 1 knife. Good job.
Tim, you're undermining Tony and you're giving the boys mixed messages.
Sit down, please. I will get it for you. I will get it. I asked you to sit down.
I'm good. This is great to see you disciplining Alec.
Alec, stop when I asked you to do something. Listen, look at me. Just
Dad, you're being too soft. Where's your authoritative voice?
minutes. Thank you. You did not listen. Understand?
Tim, you're rewarding him with communication. Put him back and walk away.
5 minutes, I'll let you know. I urge you to sit there. I know. Do you want to get him?
I know, but you kind of started this one, so you have to finish it.
Look like Alec put you on the naughty step.
Bryce, do you want to try some fish? You have rice and broccoli.
Fantastic. You're all sitting down for dinner. Hey, look, Tony, you only cooked 1 meal.
Alec, I want to see some broccoli eaten and some rice.
I ate broccoli.
Let me see you eat 1 broccoli.
A baby.
No,
Dad's trying to make it
1
fun.
bite, Alec. Come on.
But what about you, Mum?
Alec, just 1.
Come on.
You didn't even try the broccoli or the rice.
Yeah, you tried, Alec.
Come on, Alec.
Where's the positive reinforcement that I saw at the last dinner?
Why can't you just take 1 bite of broccoli?
Because I'm dead.
In your mouth, all of it. Just stick it in your mouth and eat it.
Well, that tone's definitely not going to work, is it? I'm on my way back. Okay, let's take a look.
All the way, all the way. Good job, keep it up.
How can I be the mixer?
Give them a couple more minutes and then it'll be your turn, Bryce.
Okay, marvellous. And praise there along the way. So you're allowing the boys to get involved, good direction, good listening, great communication, and it creates an environment that's very peaceful. How did you feel about that whole episode there?
It was good because they enjoyed doing that, and like you said, we were working together. There weren't any arguments, so you know what? It was fun. Yeah.
Good, Dad, huh?
Yeah, it was nice to see.
Very good to see.
So I said no to using those. All I asked was please get 2 small forks and 2 big forks.
What if we do a sorting game? Who could sort the colors?
Tim, this is what happened. You came straight in and disregarded what Tony had asked the boys to do. It then allowed the boys to find the gap between the pair of you as parents and your old habit, Tim, of coming in and diverting the situation instead of addressing it. So your own behaviour patterns allow each other to not work together as a team, and it creates...
Yeah, confusion, not a mixed message.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
You did not listen. Understand? Now just wait there for a couple more minutes. When you're done with the 5 minutes, I'll let you know. I urge you to sit there.
Why is it difficult for you to be able to adopt an authoritative voice with Alec when implementing discipline?
You know, that's a good question. I think the answer to that is I hate to be viewed as just the disciplinarian when I first embrace him. You know, so when I'm coming home from work, then all of a sudden I become, you know, the warden.
Millions of working dads have the same problem as you do. When they come home, the last thing they want to do is to enforce discipline. They've not seen them all day, and the first thing they want to do is to be able to have fun with the kids.
Absolutely.
But as long as you hold that subconsciously on your shoulders, you're going to carry on, not enforcing discipline when necessary. Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alec, come on. Let me see you eat 1 broccoli.
A baby bite.
1 bite, Alec. Come on.
Just one bite.
In your mouth, all of it. Just stick it in your mouth and eat it.
Ultimately, these boys are not doing what you want them to do, and that's respect you and listen to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
He tried chicken, he tried rice the other day, and he tried vegetables. And when you brought that food to the table, you gave him a sense of pride. He felt really pleased with himself. But you didn't come to the table at dinner time with the same enthusiasm or encouragement. We want to encourage them. We want to set examples. We want to show them, hey, this is a good thing. It's not a bad thing just to try one.
Right.
Great, you tried.
Okay. I think the DVD was definitely the catch-all of this whole experience. I really, really need to change.
My naughty step routine with Alec was a bit dysfunctional. If I was to rate myself on a, A through F scale, C-.
We're going to work on tweaking all of the stuff we've seen on this DVD. So I need your sleeves rolled up because you're about to get your hands dirty. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes.
Coming up on Supernanny, Joe gives the parents a chance to reflect,
Carly, no biting.
while Bryce takes a final stand.
Bryce,
Not
listen.
talking to
Well, you know what? That's
Excuse
not
me?
nice behavior.
When Supernanny returns. If your family needs Supernanny's help, apply online at www.abc.com or call toll-free 1-877-NANNYTIME.
I had the rest of the day with the Wujeks, but there were certainly a few more things I needed to work on. What I am going to do with you both is a technique called the voice tone technique.
Okay.
We clearly want to be able to change our voice when we're giving our children praise and then when we're disciplining the children. And the best way to do that is to look at your face. When Tony and Tim talk to the boys, they're all on one monotone and there's no inflection in their voice. So I wanted to use the voice tone technique with them so they could actually look at their facial expressions and listen to the tone of their voices. It takes a lot of good courage to look at that mirror and go, hey, because it seems really, really weird. What am I doing talking to a mirror? But
Very weird.
it is a reflection of exactly what your children
Right.
are going to receive. So you have to imagine this mirror
Right.
as your children's face.
Good job, Alec. Way to go. I'm really proud of you on how you ate your vegetables. Good job.
Not only does your face look very, very pleased, but at the same time, you've raised your pitch.
When we started that technique to look in the mirror, I was very apprehensive and I was afraid to look at myself in the mirror, but it really felt good to do it.
Tim, start off with discipline.
Alec, I asked you, please remove your shoes before you walk in the house.
Okay. Where was that voice when I was gone? Where was it?
Yeah. Now you really brought it to my attention. I thought I was exercising a lot of vocal tone and having enunciation. Clearly it wasn't.
So what I'm going to do is I want to be able to watch. I'm going to come behind you, all right? I'd like you to do discipline, praise, and just pass the mirror to one another, all right?
Sweet job, Bryce. Good use of color. Really happy and proud.
Bryce, I said no hitting.
You got it, Mum. All right, this is good.
Carly, no biting.
All right, I like it. That is fantastic. Okay. I don't think that Tony and Tim are going to be nominated for an Academy Award this year, but they're making progress. The boys had made a huge mess with Carly's toys, and Dad told the boys to start helping put the toys away.
Here we go. This is like a
Alex,
disaster area.
come here.
It is, but what we're going to do before dinner?
Yep, we're gonna do
Dad?
it. Bryce is giving me some
you.
assistance. He's gonna help me put this stuff away.
Okay.
Stop. Here's what
You go and deal with it, because Dad's going to deal with it.
Okay.
I'm going in the
Listen, no. I asked for your assistance, and you're helping me.
All right, Dad.
Yep.
Leave him. Don't strain him down. Okay. Stand up, Bryce. Dad had to give him a warning and follow through. And off Bryce went to the naughty step. Place him on the step outside and then explain why you put him there.
You're sitting on this naughty step. You know why you're sitting on the naughty step? Is because you have not listened to Daddy when I asked you to come there. You got it? And I will call you when it's 5 minutes. You're sitting right on the step. Do you understand? Thank
Dad, let's go.
you. Let's go.
No talking. No talking to him, remember? He did try to test those boundaries and he got off from the step.
Bryce, on the
No
step.
talking, Dad, to Bryce. You're communicating with him and that's rewarding him with your attention.
Oh, look. 5 minutes is up. Daddy, why is it taking so long?
Dad, for the first time, turned a corner. He was very direct with Bryce. He followed through, he implemented the discipline correctly, and he got the result.
Can you say you're sorry to Daddy? Huh? Can you say you're sorry? Okay, what? Prior to Joe's arrival, I was rationalizing too much with the kids and expecting too much. My approach to discipline now is much more direct and without compromise. I'm giving an order. That's the end of the message.
Let's go choose what we're gonna have for dinner. I've got shrimp and some pasta or no pasta.
Mum did very well at reinforcing dinner tonight. She gave them expectations at the table. She was definitely encouraging and upbeat.
Do you know what I'd like to really see, though? You using your fork. That is what I'd really like to see. Can you use your fork?
Let's see if he could.
I want pie.
Yeah, when you're done with the shrimp and the peas. When you're done with the shrimp and the peas, please.
Bryce was not in a good mood, and he continued to have that mood throughout dinner time.
Listen, Bryce, listen, Bryce, listen.
Not talking to
Well, you know what, that's
Excuse
not
me?
nice behavior.
Bryce was back chatting Dad. Mum and Dad dealt with it. They were in control together, supporting one another, and were able to turn around a negative situation into a very positive one.
That's your last warning. You are not to talk to Daddy that way. I want you to go over there and say you're sorry. He can't hear you. Go say you're sorry for talking the way you did. Tim and I were working together toward the same goal, and it really felt pretty good. He didn't hear you. Look how far he is. I want you to go make eye contact.
What is it, Bryce? Bryce, what are you sorry for?
I said it.
For what? I didn't hear what you said.
Don't make
Oh, for talking back? Thank you for saying you're sorry, sweetie.
Tim and I were actually working together. Honestly, I don't think it has ever happened before, and it felt really good.
Come and give me a high five. Another one. Give me a high five.
The experience with Joe in the house has been a very positive one.
Bye-bye.
What Joe taught me, I will use forever.
I'm actually on my way home and I am leaving you guys now. Confidence, confidence, working together, and remember the values you're teaching here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The experience with Joe was very enlightening. We had a lot of fun with her. Thumbs up, thanks a lot.
The Wujek family have made a lot of progress. Tony and Tim now work together and the boys have discipline. And I think overall the whole family have a better appreciation of what they have.
I can now feel comfortable playing with all 3 kids at one time. Oh, good job! Ooh. I guess I've proven to myself that I can do it, and I really feel very optimistic. I think you're going to like this. I think what you need to do is just give it one try.
The whole experience was very fun, enlightening. I really embraced Joe's comments. Use your legs, use your legs. And I learned a lot about myself in the process.
Yeah.
It's clear to me that my approach to behavior or discipline is going to be much more focused.
I really feel that Bryce has come a long way. I truly feel that he's starting to understand it's not his way, that it's Mom and Dad's way.
Hey, Bryce!
I think they work better knowing that they have boundaries. I know over time it's going to help them feel more confident about themselves.
It's been a tremendous amount of fun.
I just want to thank Joe for coming into our house. I truly feel she saved our family. We're going to be a happier family.
Mum's still cooking dinner, and that's what Carly's seen. She's seen Mummy cooking dinner, playing with the dollies, and I've just been caught out.